Yeah, hi, my name is Kenneth, and I run Solve n+1, and we are a community-based management consultancy that does or develops community engagement strategies for businesses and NGOs as well. Do at Solve n+1 is help design, research, pilot, and strategize community development plans. So we work with various stakeholders, whether is it an NGO trying to serve their beneficiaries better, whether is it a business who is trying to engage the community with products and services they're trying to offer. And yeah, a major part of what we do is, researching the context in which, some of these initiatives are structured around and pilot in a way that we can ensure success. So I think the intent behind Solve really is to solve problems. The n+1 suggests that we are always approaching the unknown, especially in a time like today, and how we have been quite deliberate in taking one step forward, nevertheless. So I think if we consider our position, whether as a community or as a business, to always take one step forward in creating value for others, then I think it will seek to make the world a much better place, and one that has collective ownership together. So I've always told people that I stumbled into the work at Solve. As a young person, I was always interested in developing communities. So I would always make it a point to travel, whether it's in Southeast Asia, parts of China, and there came a point where I had an opportunity to work in a hospital in northwest region of Myanmar, and we could facilitate a collaboration between the local villagers, the village heads, politicians, doctors, nurses, in really setting up the right kind of systems where the hospital could meaningfully serve the community, whether is it building internal capabilities of having more equipment, staff processes, and how patients can be more effectively seen on a day-to-day basis. And in 3 months of us working with the hospital, they delivered about 30 babies, and this was based on a context where they were turning away patients for 2 years. So that was how it all began, really. That it's for us, it's more than just having a good idea of a hospital. It's really how we can bridge the gap in ensuring that what good intent we have leads to a healthy outcome. I think when we began, we were always in the non-profit space. So we work with charities, we help design new services, new strategies for them to gain greater relevance in the ground, to serve people a little bit better. This required us to do a lot of fundraising, which was a major challenge because where we are structured as an organization is in capacity building. In Singapore, when we talk about fundraising or donating money, if I give $1, my expectation is to ensure that the full dollar goes into the person in need. And the conduit in delivering that dollar never gets any form of support as a result of that. And I think that is the reality that we are in, and one of the key challenges as to how we have that we face, in running Solve. It would always be about serving people. I think at the end of the day, what we are concerned about as an organization, my team and I, is to ensure that every strategy we design, every community and development building plans, collaboration we design must meet the need of the people. And we were thankful that we were able to show that we could do that. Last year we had a chance to serve in the areas of homelessness, the issue of homelessness, and we had the privilege to work with government bodies, multiple NGOs, and eventually show a proof of concept of our work, not just in serving the homeless, but engaging the public as an untapped resource. So that gave us a lot of reassurance that at the end of the day, what we do matters because it has provided some form of value or benefit to those who are really in need. Running the Open Home Network in building a volunteer movement was that if things goes badly, who is responsible? And that was a very strong worry amongst many different people in their concern for us. And I remember when we were designing the strategies, the policies, the processes in pushing this through, we also saw the potential in people. We had families that stepped forward, going above and beyond the call of duty, from going to the police station to support the person that they were attached to attending court hearings on their behalf. And this is something that, like, no amount of planning, no amount of preparation and education can really achieve. It's really about revealing what is already within the hearts of people, and their willingness to love and to contribute. I was connected to DM316 via Crew. So somebody I knew who runs Indigitus, Simon Xiao, was running hashtag, and I was a volunteer there for a number of years. And one of the locations we ran our hackathon was in DM360, and that was when I got to hear the vision of DM360 in really trying to facilitate a community of change makers, a community who has compassion and a vision to want to co-create and really do good, whether it's in the form of a business, in the form of a charitable intervention. So first, I think it's really the vision. Second is definitely the culture of the people I've met. I think DM360 has done very well in facilitating a diverse community of people with different interests, but very similar compassion. And they're all here to wanting to solve problems. So you have people who are there because they are really passionate about mental health issues. You have people who are there because they are, super passionate about refugee issues. And I think to be in the presence of just people who have similar hearts for, the vulnerable was something that really attracted me. My first year as a partner of DM360, I was based in the office quite often. So that was where I was working out of as a solo entrepreneur. And I think the facilities were great. It was comfortable. And it was cozy. It was a very cozy and comfortable environment. I'm quite encouraged to see how the event is centered around granting people space to share. So there is quite a healthy distribution of opportunities in allowing different people to share various insights in their journey of learning. And I think that was quite a sight to behold, because as a business, I don't just want to run in silo. I want to really just have a sense of the pulse of the ground, what other people are seeing, whether they're seeing the same things as me, whether they're seeing things differently, and new insights have surfaced. And I think that was something that was quite nice to experience. And it was something I noticed quite a lot in DM360. I think we are at a stage of the year where we know that COVID is going to be an endemic situation, and that means that many of the crises that we are facing today won't and can't go back to normal. I believe this really is an opportunity for people to exercise leadership, to step forward and define things a little bit differently, whether is it rules of engagement, whether is it a service that solves a pain point. And I think entrepreneurship has a level of agility that many organizations don't possess. And really in a time where just so much changes, so much pain is being experienced, is where having a generation of more entrepreneurs being intentional to listen, being intentional to create solutions, will be very relevant, and will be very necessary in order for us to move forward, in order for us to innovate and to see a new way forward. I think when we have that, it will be really exciting.